Universal Studio Tour. Before you get comfortable, make sure to go over their feet and not touch the floor of the tram. Are seated away from the outside gates. As you board the tram along to the far right, filling in all of the available seats. Does everyone have 3D glasses? If you did not, raise your hands, keep them up in the air. Studio Tour passengers will see that and get your pair of 3D glasses. There for King Kong 360 3D. It is part of the tour. How you doing? I'm going to sit up here in front of you. So, anyway, once again, make sure you have those 3D glasses.
Thank you very much. I was thinking it's sunglasses.
Alright, looks like everybody has the 3D glasses? Okay. Don't put them on you. Don't melt your eyes. It's very painful and embarrassing. There is no 3D happening just yet. Peter Jackson will appear in your high definition monitors and tell you when to put those glasses on. So just hang on to them for now. My name is Marcellus. I have one party desire. Let me stand next to you by you. I'll be your guide as we live to veil the secrecy of us on Hollywood's hottest early locations. Quite a bit going on around here. CSI Crime Scene Investigation, The Mindy Project, Chelsea Lightning, Home and Family, The Voice, About a Boy. Have your cameras ready at all times. You never know who or what you might see on the tour. It is full of surprises, so fasten your seatbelts. You don't have any. That's the first surprise of the tour. You're looking at high definition monitors. You're going to watch high definition clips throughout the tour. And I'm excited. You excited? You excited? You excited? Orange whip, orange whip, orange whip. 3 orange whips. Say goodbye to everybody. Bye, everybody. Here we go. Hey, guess what? I have a co-host. You know him as the host of The Tonight Show. It is Jimmy Fallon. Take it, Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Marcellus.
And the greatest driver.
Mike.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Marcellus and Mike
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
All right, just 3 safety rules. Pay attention. There's a quiz at the end of the tour. If you have an emergency, or if you drop anything over the side, or if you have any audio or visual issues, give a tug on the emergency cord located above you at the center of the tram. I'll be back to assist you, and the tram will stop just like this. Yes, please remain seated while the tram is moving, keeping your arms, legs, and hands inside of the tram at all times. What is he smoking? There is no smoking on the tram, and get your feet off the couch. Last but not least, be prepared because throughout the tour there are loud noises. Yes! Look at that hair. Fire effects. Sudden tram movements and the possibility of getting wet. You said that. Well, those are the safety rules. I'm not kidding about that water. You see water coming towards you, protect your cameras, they may get wet. Then I'd like to introduce you to the man who keeps the show rolling. He's our driver. He's got a talent for loving. We call him Mike. Big head for a driver, Mike, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, oh yes. This man is so cool, he has his own theme music. That's how he rolls. Oh yeah. This is the start with. We're playing the theme park behind, take you to the actual working studio, where some of Hollywood's biggest names come to work every day. Up on the other side of the tram, you see those movie posters. Just a few examples of the movies that we've made over the past 102 years. They were headed down to the front lot. We house 35 different sound stages for interior filming. Inside of these buildings, we can create any type of environment that the story demands. Coming up on your left is stage number 12. Here's Carson Daly to tell you about our stage number 12. Carson!
Hi everybody, I'm Carson Daly from NBC's The Voice. I want to welcome you to the Universal Front Lot. Our show is filmed on stage 12. It happens to be the largest soundstage on the Universal lot. Take a look.
He's right about that. Currently, stage 12 is host of The Voice. Take a look at some of the other productions that have used stage 12 over the years. Hello? Ow, why? That is a very large stage, by the way. You get to see it in a moment coming up on your left. At the bottom of this hill, we have stage number 20. Here is a clip from a classic Universal film filmed at stage 20. See if you recognize this movie.
I have the room ready for you and Mrs. Barrington.
Thank you, Walter.
Mrs. Barrington.
Not quite, darling, but soon. Very, very soon. Bella.
Yes?
Every bottle of champagne sent to the room at once. And make sure that we are not disturbed for any reason.
Oh, I think he's going to disturb it for every reason. You probably guess we had Jimmy Fallon inside the Stage 20. Give you an idea what it looks like inside of our sound stages with the lights and the cameras going on the set. Hey, look at that. We're here on the front lawn. On your left, the stage is used for CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, starring Ted Danson and Elizabeth Shue. Oh, hey. Stage 25's door is open. You can see the back of something in there. Take pictures. Oh, who put that truck there? I told you this store's full of surprises. Coming up on your right, Stage 28, that's the oldest sound stage on the front lot. Built in 1925 to house the enormous Paris Opera House set for Phantom of the Opera by Lon Chaney. We still have that set intact in there. And as you can see, a lot of creepy characters have lived in Stage 28. I think that behind some bad mojo, because the reason we held on to the Opera House set after all these years and maintained it is because Stage 28 is rumored to be haunted. Somebody said, don't tear down the Opera House set. Something bad might happen, and then they ran off. I said, well, all right. Just ahead of us is Stage 27. You'll see it around the corner to your left. A very popular sound stage. Take a look at some of the productions that are filmed in there.
Okay, listen up.
Whatever the reason, he stood outside his cave, waiting.
Stage 27 has been home to the Mindy Project, starring Mindy Kaling. Okay, that's enough. Coming up on your right, our stage is used for shows such as Parenthood, starring Craig T. Nelson and Lauren Graham. Hey, guess what? The interior of that house, that's inside of one of our sound stages. That's an entire set inside of a sound stage. Hey, everybody, sing along. Okay, that's enough. You know, a lot of television shows have used our lot over the years. Let's talk about our television history. Our television history dates back over 70 years with our first television broadcast was the opening day ceremonies of the 1939 New York World's Fair. Since then, we produced and televised some of the biggest shows on network television. You may recognize some of these shows. Did you know that Universal Studios Hollywood was part of NBC Universal? Oh yes, one of the largest entertainment companies in the world.
شوية خودش دوست میگم من سرمون کجا سر بیباره
Ladies and gentlemen, I had to get off the microphone for a moment there. They're filming inside of stage 44. Control about 98% of the sound once the doors are closed. There's a 2% chance of being heard through the overhead speakers when you pass by any of the sound stages when they're filming. There's a flashing red light going on there, so I had to get off the microphone for a moment, but I'm back. Hey, on your left are bungalows that were once dressing rooms for stars such as Doris Day, Rock Hudson, Jimmy Stewart. Today they are production offices. Among the production offices, Bungalow 5195 with the Alfred Hitchcock logo. There it is on your left. That was Alfred Hitchcock's production office for the Alfred Hitchcock Presents television series. Today is the production offices of the De Laurentiis Entertainment Company, and executive producers Brian Fuller and Martha De Laurentiis have brought you 2 seasons of Hannibal, starring Hugh Dancy, Mads Mikkelsen, and Lawrence Fishburne. Speaking of the macabre, Alfred Hitchcock mastered the macabre, managed to make appearances in almost all of his films. I have some of those cameos. See if we can spot Mr. Hitchcock. That one doesn't count. All right, we'll help you out. There he is. There he is.
Good evening.
Hey. Who is that?
My name is Alfred Hitchcock.
Ian.
We
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I know I do.
You've seen the blood.
Well, who knew Alfred Hitchcock could get down like that? Hey, we're leaving the front lot, but we do all of our interior filming and taking it to the back lot, where we did the large-scale exterior filming. We're going to show you sets from some of your favorite movies and television shows. The sets that you see on our back lot may look like real buildings, but they are not. They're what we call facades. It's the false fronts and sides of buildings. Take a look to your left. There's a glimpse of some of our facades that are metropolitan sets there. We call that New York Street. It's been dressed that way more often than not. It's featured in television shows such as NCIS, starring Mark Harmon, The Mindy Project, starring Mindy Kaling, ABC's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., starring Clark Gregg, and even CBS's Criminal Minds, starring Joe Mantegna. We're going to leave the big city now and take you to a remote island known as Skull Island. Here's Academy Award-winning director Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up in adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island. It's great to have you on the line. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
And when we return to Skull Island, look on both sides of the tram. You're going to see quite a bit of action. Peter Jackson will tell you when to put those glasses on. Say, Peter, what is this like in a sense?
In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We're just taking the Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film, and this is, another day, another incident on Skull Island, using the creatures and the character and personality of Kong as he appeared in the movie.
We're on our way to Skull Island. Please keep your arms, legs, and hands inside of the tram at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skull Island.
Okay, glasses on, everybody. We're back at Skull Island.
That is the largest, most intense 3D experience on the planet. You should have seen the looks on your faces with those glasses on. That epic battle was projected on the world's largest digital 3D screens. It stand over 40 feet tall and 180 feet long, using some of the most advanced technology in filmmaking today. The film was designed by Peter Jackson and his team at Weta Digital. The filmmakers at Weta Digital have won 5 Academy Awards working on such films as King Kong, The Lord of the Rings trilogy, and Avatar. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's the only 3D portion of the tour. You will not need the glasses for the rest of the tour. Just hang on to them. You're going to turn them in at the end of the tour. If you should happen to drop the glasses, don't worry about it. We'll get them later. Now, it's true we do use computer-generated imagery in our productions, but we still need the practical set. Where's a practical set? Is anything that we build that you can use for real. Like that bridge on your right. That is a practical set. You can actually drive across that bridge. It has been featured in a number of television shows, including an episode of our television series, Quantum Leap, starring Scott Bakula and Dean Stockwell.
خدایی یه فیلم میسازن خیلی کار داره. یعنی چیپ‌ترین
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you an up-close look at some of our most recognizable big-screen icons. We call them picture cars. Remember to look both ways when we're crossing any street. No one ever listens to the guide. Picture cars are the vehicles that you see in the scene of a movie or television show. Have the cameras ready. Coming up on your left, some of the vehicles featured in the scenes such as Kriegs. Some picture cars have become just as famous as the stars who have driven them. Over the years, picture cars have become bigger, badder, and faster as audiences embrace their need for speed. Now remember the concrete jungle and taking you to a jungle island off the coast of Costa Rica.
To Jurassic Park.
Thank you. In Jurassic Park, there are dinosaurs and the teams. Well, at the sound of the tram, you'll see props of the Jurassic Park films. These vehicles were customized specifically for the Jurassic Park movies. And when we're not playing dinosaur polo with them, they're here on the back lawn, so you can take photographs of them on the tour. Right, Mike? Right. Oh, I know. Ooh, ah. That's how it always starts. But then later there's running and then screaming. I'd like to take that RV out for some extreme camping. That'd be pretty cool. You know something? The last Jurassic Park film debuted in 2001, so those dinosaurs are pretty much extinct. Except for that one. And what is that? Oh, that's a totally clinic. Oh, mama! This tour is full of surprises. I had no idea that was going to happen. The weather plays an integral part in setting the mood for motion pictures such as Jurassic Park. I seem to recall it raining in the first 2 films. And you know what? It's not always sunny in Southern California. So in order to get the weather to cooperate with us here at the studio, Wait a minute, why am I telling you about weather when I have access to America's favorite weatherman? You know him, you love him. He's the Today Show's Al Roker. Take it, Al.
Hi, everybody. Here's today's forecast for the Universal Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry in 6 Points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Little Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street. And we've got a high chance of fog and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Isla Nublar. That's your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neighborhood.
Oh, he must be talking about where we are now. We call this Old Mexico. It says flash flood warning. Well, you need water for that. I don't call it raining very much this week, or last week, or last month, or the month before that. I'd say Al Roker was just playing. He's just playing, but you know what? It's a great photo opportunity for you. You can actually tell your friends that you went to Mexico instead of going to Universal Studios Hollywood. Okay, it's raining. But it's only raining on half of the tram up here. I guess that's what Al Roker calls a 50-50 chance of rain. I do hear some deep rumbling. That means there is a flash flood in the area. But you don't have to worry about that when you're sitting in a blue seat wearing a red shirt. Oh, I'd take cover back there in the second and third car if I were you, because that one is coming for you. Coming to get you. You think I'm playing, huh? Look at where we're parked. Our driver just said the parking brake was stuck. Oh, no. That water looks wet. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Did you see the looks on their faces when they thought the water was going to come up? We told you it now. We have thousands of gallons of recycled water with tanks at the top of the hill. The water crashes down the hill, gets pumped right back into the tanks at the top of the hill, so we can get somebody else with it. That area is featured a big fat liar. Frankie Book is Amanda Bynes, Mark Giamatti.
You cannot run the wall, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that.
Oh, if only you were wearing the rhino suit. You know, it's starting to look a bit rustic around here. At one time, Universal was famous for westerns. Hundreds of them were filmed on their lot. Stars such as Audie Murphy, Tex Ritter, Hoot Gibson, Jimmy Stewart, and John Wayne walked down the streets of our back lot. We're heading into the Old West right now. We call this 6 Points. At one time, we had 6 different streets with 6 different towns converging at a center point. This came in handy for directors of the silent era. They could film 6 different westerns at the same time because they weren't recording sound. Here to demonstrate the Old West in 6 Points is Jimmy Fallon. Take it, Jimmy Fallon!
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal lot.
I hear this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot you.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now what say you mount up and get out of town while the getting's good?
All right. Well, I'll see you again, Fallon.
Well, you can count on me, Fallon. And get.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
We just have to talk it out, that's all.
Looks a bit contemporary here, but if we needed to look like an old western town, we'd go dirt on the roads, bring in some cowboys and horses, and go, yeah! And we'd take an audiences to the depths of the ocean to the surface of the moon without ever leaving our property. One of the ways that we can do that is with an underwater filming tank. Let me show you something. That's the underwater filming tank. We use it for our motion picture Dragnet. It would Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd rescue Alexander Paul from a giant snake in a pit of water. That water tank's coming up on your left. I understand the tank is so deep we lost a snake in there once.
I found the snake.
Thanks. Tom Hanks, Dan Aykroyd, Alexander Paul. As far as the surface of the moon, we are driving on it. For our motion picture Apollo 13, Tom Hanks dreams that he's walking on the moon. He's actually walking right past that water tank. We put some moon dust on the ground. Put a black top in front of the water tank. Brought the mock up of a lunar lander. The building in the background of this scene is the building to your left with the great door, the 747 stage. Hollywood is full of tricks and illusions. Nothing is what it seems to be. Like this lake coming up on your right. That lake was on your right a moment ago. It is also the entire Pacific Ocean for our television series of McHale's Navy. It was the entire river for our classic horror film, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh, it's scary. It's so scary I can't even tell you. And what they back and forth, and they changed the camera angle. Then they had the boat moving down the lake back and forth, and they changed the camera angle. Then they had the boat going down the lake back and forth, and they changed the camera angle. And then they had the, well, you get the idea. It was also used for the motion picture Psycho. I'll never find a car in there. I'm going back to the hotel for a toasted cheese sandwich. 12 cabins, 12 vacancies. Oh, they found the car. You know what happened after that? 3 more movies and a TV show on A&E. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I know what you're all thinking. Ah! Well, don't worry, we can drive over on dry land. All we have to do is park the water. Mike and I have been trained to do that, so we're going to park the water for you. You ready, Mike? Wonder Twin Powers, activate! Look at that, the water is magically parting. We're pretty good. We're going to take it below sea level. That means that sometimes the water seeps over the tram floor. So if you have any valuables on the floor, give them to me. You might want to lift up your feet just in case. Let's make this more dramatic, shall we? Dramatic music, activate.
Widzisz, Bala?
Earlier in the tour, we took you to the virtual world of Skull Island, created with computer-generated imagery. The motion picture King Kong is computer-generated imagery and miniature sets. 800 of them. 2 of them are coming up on your left. The SS Venture and Skull Island. Believe it or not, this is as big as Skull Island ever got for the film. I know. You're all wondering how they got the actors on the boat. Well, when you combine miniature photography with live action footage, music, and sound effects, you get this. Come on, douse the lights. What? Where? I don't see.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
He says. It's only a model. Coming up on your left, the big tan building, that's our property department. We house over 1 million items in that building. We're dressing a set featured a big fat liar. They filmed all over our lot. Yep, it really is that much fun in there. Music blaring all the time. People running up and down the aisles with giant sunglasses on. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. You know, the world is literally across the street for us here at Universal Studios. We cross the street, look, we're in Europe. We call the area Little Europe. Not a very big place, but we can make it look like any kind of Europe we want by changing the language. Here to demonstrate that for us, Jimmy Fallon. Take it, Jimmy Fallon.
Mi chiamo Jimmy Fallon e tu una grosse bottiglia di vino. Mamma mia!
Je m'appelle Jimmy Fallon. Je veux avoir été baguette.
Non, Charlie, non!
Hallo, ich bin Jimmy Fallon. Ganz Schnitzel. Ich glaub, wie steht auf mich.
You know what he said. This area is featured in all sorts of productions and include episodes of HBO's True Blood starring Anna Paquin and Stephen Moyer. And coming up on your left is The House, featured in Hallmark Channel's Home and Family, hosted by Mark Snyder and Christina Ferrari. And they're working right now. I gotta get off the microphone. Feel free to take pictures.
Oi, eu tô chorando, Mira. Jetzt schneller.
Mhm.
Oh, nein. Agora uma fissão.
Alright, we're inside of an actual soundstage. This soundstage is unique. It is the only split-level soundstage like it in Hollywood. Up above, we recreated it. What the whack are those balls? Oh, that's just a trimmer. We get these all the time in Southern California. Nothing to worry about. Well, okay, there's that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at the scene of New John fighting inside of the tram. Hang on to something!
Ninguém não pode fazer.
Chicken and waffles. The wait is on. Is everybody alright? You look thirsty. How nice cool papers. Minutes to the dollar. Oh, but don't panic. There's plenty of water for everybody. By the way, that is movie water. It washes right off. Oh, that's wild, man. That's wild. Well, you just survived earthquake to Bigwood when we simulate an 8.3 earthquake on the Richter scale. By the way, that soundstage is used for an episode of the Fox television series Bones, starring Emily Deschanel and David Boreanaz. What's going on? Speaking of water, we headed toward Amity. Amity was menaced by a 25-foot man-eating great white shark at one of our biggest hits, Jaws. Ever since we made this movie, we've attracted a lot of sharks around here, right, Mike? Right. In fact, our police divers caught a shark this morning, taken up by the docks on your right. That's the second biggest shark I've ever seen. I was hoping the police divers would come out and tell us how they got the shark. I see no one. But as you can see, the beaches are open. It's a beautiful day, and as you know, amity means friendship. Hey, there's another shark out there, and it may penetrate tons of them. That can't be good for you. I read somewhere when sharks are about to attack, they submerge or dive. I know that guy. That's George, or Jorge. That's one of our best police divers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't try this at home. This man is a trained professional. I understand to do a job like this, you have to have a lot of guts out there. And there's his. You know, we attached a rope brush to that yellow barrel. Let's see if the shark takes the bait. What? Who said that? Well, all right. Just as a precaution, we'll park down here next to the gas tanks. We'll be safe here. Sharks don't like gas. It's too expensive. Oh, look, it took the bait, and the gear, too. Uh-oh, my spidey sense is tingling. Hope that flammable liquid doesn't ignite. Like that. And that. Well, that's hot. That's Africa hot. Times that can't think that kind of hot. Want to see it again? Ha-ha! We should go, because that's hot. What's that? I've heard that before. If you wanted a window seat. It campaigns of basically Bruce the Mechanical Shark, inspired by Bruce the Mechanical Shark in the movie Jaws. They had a lot of problems with the shark in the movie, so much so they started calling the movie Flaws. His Academy Award-winning director Steven Spielberg took elaborate.
That's much of the line shark. The shark is frustrating. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio waves. They were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited. The shark worked well enough. For a while there, I had to use it all night. So I really owned the shark a lot.
Hey, you may recognize the area to your left as Cabin Cove for Murder, She Wrote, signed Angela Lansbury. Whee! Look out for the shark. Hey, coming up on your left is a small town, or a small neighborhood rather, featured in the motion picture To Kill a Mockingbird, in which Gregory Peck won the Best Actor Academy Award. And coming up on your right, a beautiful home, featured in dozens of productions, including an episode of CBS's The Mentalist, starring Simon Baker. That neighborhood built around the house, that's featured in a television series About a Boy, starring Minnie Driver and David Walton. Everyone is filmed on our lot. You remember NBC's television series Desperate Housewives? For 8 seasons they filmed on our back lot. Hey Mike, let's take our guests into what was known as Wisteria Lane and leave them there. Oh, yes, playing. It's a cul-de-sac. We're going to make a U-turn and come back out. I'll point out everything on your left first and second. Coming up on your left is a tan home with white trim. It was gold and white. It was Gabrielle's home. Gabrielle portrayed by Eva Longoria. Did you know that Gabrielle lived right next door to the Munsters? Yes, I said it. That lilac-colored home was the home to the Munsters, for the Munsters television series starring Frank Wynn and Yvonne McCarlo. A lot of popular shows have used this street over the years. Next door to that, a yellow house with white trim. That was Susan's home. Susan portrayed by Terry Hatcher. Her next door neighbor, Lynette. Lynette portrayed by Felicity Huffman. At the end of this cul-de-sac is a house that was once pink. It was Edie's home. Edie portrayed by Nicolette Sheridan. Then it was Renee's home. Renee portrayed by Vanessa Williams. For a long time, these houses were empty shells until Desperate Housewives came along. They remodeled the houses, turning them into practical sets so that you could film on the inside as well as the outside. And when they were filming here, the fences and shrubbery were adorned with wisteria flowers. Thus the name Wisteria Lane. But I read somewhere that the wisteria flower has a poisonous seed with no known antidote. Don't eat the flowers. Coming up on your left is a light blue 2-story home. That was Karen McCluskey's home. Karen McCluskey was portrayed by Catherine Houston. 2 doors down on your left, you got a dark blue 2-story house with brick facing. That was Bree's home. Bree was portrayed by Marcia Cross. Brie is also the name of a delicious type of cheese. And next door to that, a big green home with brick facing. Everyone's lived in that house, including the Cleaver family from Even to Beaver. Hey, let's take a look at a scene from Desperate Housewives for old time's sake.
Next morning,
whoa, what kind of a show was this? Look at those shoes.
Decided to announce her return to Wisteria Lane.
Okay, you're not gonna believe this, but she's Edie, is that really you? You know someone else my age with a body like this? Well, what happened to your tenant? Yeah, came into some money and decided to move. We thought, what the heck? Let's move back. We? Well, you don't know. I have a husband now. Really? Whose?
That street was chosen as Wisteria Lane because it depicts a typical-looking suburban neighborhood, but sometimes you need something a little more colorful and fanciful. That's when Whoville comes in handy from Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Here to tell more about that is Academy Award-winning director Ron Howard. Ron, what was it like to work on this movie?
It's challenging.
Because?
Because the logistics were challenging. We had 11 stages occupied at one time on the Universal lot. One of them was just for putting Who's into their makeup every day. And so I felt like it was one of those extravaganzas from the 30s or 40s. Sets that were inspired by Dr. Seuss, brought to life, made functional enough that, you know, we could shoot on them, actors could climb on them, people pull clips off them. It makes me so proud that it's become this kind of evergreen, and that every Christmas rolls around and it means something to a lot of kids.
This part of Whoville was used for this scene with Christine Baranski and Jeffrey Tambor. As you can see, it's been snowing up here. Brr, it's kind of cold, huh? You might want to put on a sweater.
Hey, Betty, sweetie!
I can't help thinking that there's something sinister behind Whoville. I think it's the Bates Motel, where the Alfred Hitchcock killers sank him. Staying Anthony Perkins, Janet Leigh, and Vera Miles. Anybody need a shower? I hear the bed and breakfast is to die for. You're looking at two of the oldest, most famous structures still standing in Hollywood. The Bates home and the Bates Motel. We're going to take you for a closer look at the Bates home. You may notice something about the house as we approach. It seems to be diminishing or getting smaller. That's because the house was built at 3/4 scale, so that it would look like a large house in the distance without building a large house in the distance. It's an old camera trick called a forced perspective. Some people say they've actually seen Mother up in the second-story window in the front of the house. I think they're just playing. What? Ah, who's that? Take pictures. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this spectacular crash site from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. I'm going to take you to the heart of this colossal set, stopping the tram for about 30 seconds. Stand up and take photographs if you like. This amazing set is what remains of the neighborhood where Tom Cruise hides out in War of the Worlds. That is an actual 747 jet airplane, which was destroyed specifically for this incredible scene.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision that Steven had.
We forget to sit down and talk about War of the World. That thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing great. That's okay. That's okay. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Got them closed? Robbie, get in. Get in.
This is one of the largest sets ever built for a motion picture. Despite the use of these realistic life-size sets, the film still contains over 500 special effects shots. Oh, and look to your left. Punch Bug, got Ollie on that one. Ha ha! As you round the corner, look to your left to see the cabin featured in our comedy The Great Outdoors, starring John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. Featured in episodes of Desperate Housewives and The Mindy Project. Also on your left is a big wall of blue. It is the world's largest freestanding backdrop, built for the movie Jaws: The Revenge. Since then, it's been featured in many other productions that include Jurassic Park 3, Apollo 13, Van Helsing, Bruce Almighty. Oh brother, where art thou? There's a big pool in front of the backdrop. Production companies filled it up with water. Put wave machines out there, make it look like you're out in the ocean. It's pretty cool. And so's that water George Clooney's swimming around in. Then we're going to take you behind the backdrop and take you to the end of the tour. I'd like to turn over to my co-host Jimmy Fallon, so I will. Jimmy?
Well, I can't believe it. We've made it to the end of our tour, you guys. How about
Marcellus
and
Mike?
Weren't they the best? Okay, before we go, I'd like to sing you a little song I made up. I was just 5 years old. It's called Tramcaster. We had a real good time together. Now the ride is done. We saw some crazy cool stuff, and we had a lot of fun. This tram has made its final stop. Don't be sad and blue, 'cause there's still one more thing that I'd like to say to you. Have a tramtastic day. Have a tramtastic night.
that concludes the Universal Studio Tour. It's been my pleasure to give you the tour today. On behalf of myself, our driver Mike, and all of us here at NBC Universal, we hope you enjoyed the exclusive behind-the-scenes Hollywood access. Annual pass holders, we'll see you again soon. If you're not an annual pass holder, stop by the Universal box office in the park. It will show you how you can upgrade today's ticket and come back and visit us all year long. They were heading back into the theme park. Remember, the park closes at 8 p.m. this evening. Remember your personal belongings as you exit the tram. Please take those 3D glasses with you and deposit them in the blue receptacles provided for you in the unloading area. And check out Waterworld, the live SeaWorld Spectacular, voted #1 among the live one of the live shows at theme parks several years running. That's Waterworld, the live SeaWorld Spectacular. It's a stunt show on water. There's water, there's world, there's spectacular, it's live. It's Waterworld, live SeaWorld Spectacular. All right, we're heading back into the theme park. If you have any questions for me, I will be in the unloading area to answer them for you. Once again, my name is Marcellus. Our driver's name is Mike. Enjoy the rest of your day at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. He's still singing.
Be alright. Just the dads now. And everything will be alright. Just the moms. And everything will be alright. Just Jaws.
Damn.
Okay, have a fantastic day.
Into the theme park as you're milling about the park today. Remember, a day without sunshine is like night. Everything will be alright.
Yeah! Thank you for coming to the Universal Tour, everybody. Get home safe.
Second verse, same as the verse. You'll be singing this song all day long. You'll be singing this song on your way home. When you get back to work, hey, guess what I'm going to say?
For the next Waterworld of the Radium.
Şimdi benim bu yeki verdiğim var.
Have a fantastic day.
Evet bakalım.
Have a fantastic night. Just watch your step as you exit the tram.
All right, they're opening the gates for you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Please watch your step. Please watch your step. Someone stay behind and watch my step. Thank you, Mike.